What's going on, guys?
Hey guys, what's up? So we just released our Summer 17 video.
Definitely,
epic.
Yeah, definitely worth a watch if you haven't seen it. We'll tag it below. But ended up going across 19 different states and new adventure every day.
All in this mobile.
The Black Bean. And the whole time, it's just like, we had one goal in mind. Let's get to California. Get to California. Get to California. And once we finally got out here, the question turned pretty quickly to, what are we gonna do now?
Yeah, so we had this goal, like, get to California. But then once we got to California, it was kind of like, what do we do now, you know?
And the big dilemma was we had this idea that we, had been working on for over a year, and it reached this point where we were either gonna go all in on it, or we were gonna not go back to school and just continue going through the motions and think back in our
probably be like old and wrinkly and like have a lot of regrets. Like, hey, today, I think we should have gone all in on this idea.
Yeah, so we didn't want that to happen.
No, not at all.
So I think it was in Central California.
Central California,
Yeah.
100%.
Where Fletch and I were talking, and we kind of just made the decision there that we wanted to go for it. Like, we didn't want to look back and live our life with regret.
Nope. And so then it was like, all right, how do we figure this all out in terms of logistics? How do we get our parents on board? Like, what are we gonna do about our rooms in New Orleans? And we still have like a year of school left.
Yeah, that was, what are we gonna do about school? We had finished 3 years of college at this point, and traditional wisdom says, go back, finish school.
Yep.
But we're not very traditional guys, I guess.
And so yeah, I think I started like doing some research, and I was telling HD about this plan, or it's kind of like a method.
Yeah, I'd say more like a method. It's actually called the reverse retirement. And so we decided we were gonna go for that. So we went back to New Orleans.
We got a dramatic change of events, guys. Now headed back to New Orleans and packing up our room. What's up, guys?
It's NOLA.
Why are we in NOLA?
It's a good question. We actually got to get pretty much all our stuff out of our room.
Yeah, we're moving out.
Moving out, getting, just pretty much announcing the retirement to...
No, we can't announce the retirement yet. That way, no.
Right at the front of campus, and it's been an emotional few days. Fletch, what's up, man?
Get together, Fletch, get together. All right.
So I think why Fletch is so upset is because today's the day that we're officially announcing our retirement from Tulane University. And it hasn't been easy.
Not at all. Like telling our friends and like teachers that we're not going to be returning this semester.
Yeah, we're gonna miss you. We will.
I'm gonna miss y'all.
Come here, Miss Terry. Come here. Terry sandwich. Is super tough.
And just to leave New Orleans, like, this is a place that you get attached to, and it holds a special place in both our hearts.
It like becomes part of you. Like New Orleans definitely like draws you in. Just because everything it has to offer.
Look at the puppy.
Oh my, either that's a really small dog or a very large human.
And there comes a point where you gotta stop talking about it, you just gotta do it.
Yeah, so we're gonna go try, guys. We don't know what's gonna happen out there in the real world, but we're gonna go for it and follow the journey.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a fun ride. We're about to finish packing up our stuff here in New Orleans and head west again, so.
Another cross-country trip. Was it like the fourth time?
Fourth time in a year and a half, so.
Yeah, wow.
Enjoy the journey.
Hashtag Road Warriors.
Yeah, but that being said, Fletch, I think it's time, man. I'll let you do the honors.
Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Throwing in the towel, guys.
Just throw it like right around there.
Yep.
Perfect.
There you go.
Well, so long, Tulane.
Oh, just peed my pants. Safe travels from Miss Terry.
Don't be too bad.
Hey, never too bad.
Thank you so much. Seriously.
You're welcome.
I want to wish all the boys in the PuH-SODE Adventures a great trip to Cali, and I hope they come back soon because we're going to miss them in NOLA.
Oh, thank you very much. Oh, no.
Fletch, come on, man. Cheer up, dude. It's reverse retirement. Same thing Brett Favre did.
You're right.
Worked out for him.
Favre can do it.
Wrangler.
We can do it. Wrangler.
All right. So, after we retired from Tulane, we had to get back out here. This was a different kind of road trip. We pretty much just darted across the US of A.
Yeah, we made one stop in Houston, said what's up to Basil Beans, and then boom, we're in California.
Yeah, and very quickly, we were having to figure out where are we gonna stay.
And my brother was out here, so I'm like, yes, we could stay with him. And it just so happened his roommate,
Andrew, was actually on tour with Harry Styles.
Harry
Styles.
Harry.
And everything was going great.
But then one day we're eating lunch, and all of a sudden Andy just comes back.
And he's kind of like, all right, guys, you know, I understand you've been staying in my room, but I kind of need my room back. And that's when we were like, well, what are we gonna do?
Like, where are we going? And I'm like, dude, let's just go set up the tent on Venice Beach.
And I'm like, Fletch. That is not realistic. We cannot do that. So I dug deep in the archives, and I remembered meeting this family while I was solo at the Grand Canyon this summer, and they told me right as I left, they said, if you're ever in LA and you really need a place to stay, give me a call.
It's funny because when most people make that sort of offer, like, no one really follows up.
Well, we're the kind of people that follow up.
Yeah, of course.
And this is the back house where we stayed. As you can see, one issue was the bathroom is also the kitchen, but hey, we made it work.
Beautiful, luxurious.
So after a week, you know, they kind of gave us the kind push as they went off to Vietnam and on this big international trip, and I guess it was back to Venice was kind of our thought. But before we went and set up tent, I gave my dad a call. I was like, Pops, do you know anyone in the greater LA area?
Like anyone?
And he started thinking and said, you know what? I do know a Dr. Ferkel.
Ferkel. And this doctor wasn't your ordinary doctor. He was like a renowned worldwide doctor who like has worked on like so
Clay,
many different
Steph,
NBA guys. It's unreal.
MJ, yeah. Honestly, like so many famous athletes. So his memorabilia collection is insane.
And we ended up becoming pretty good friends, pretty much best friends with Anna.
Frío.
Come here. How are you? How's the day?
Muy pesado el día, mucho trabajo.
But Anna, Mr. Ferkel, Dr. Ferkel, Michelle Ferkel, Lori, Steve,
Walk, Meg.
you guys are the best.
Thank you so much. We can't thank you enough for, you know, providing us with a place to stay and sleep for this time while we figured all this out. It really does mean a lot.
Yeah, so we just wanted to thank you guys one last time for tuning in to Fletch and HD.
Means a lot.
It does.
Thanks for watching, anyone and everyone. But for now and for always, peaces.
It doesn't make sense.